All right. Hey, everyone. This is Laurie Delcordecki, and I am here with you for another episode of Laurie's Lessons. And tonight I am going to talk to you about 5 tips on training on goal setting and creating a business plan. So, the first thing you want to do is you want to figure out your why. You've probably heard this before, but same thing, a lot of great things bear worth repeating. So, ignite why or what does ignite your passion or your purpose. So think about like your big picture vision. What drives you to pursue this business that you're in? And craft like a mission statement that captures your core values and the impact that you want to create and leave people with. That emotional connection is going to fuel your goal setting and your plan development. So it's going to help you to get there. And then number 2 I have for you is the SMART goal setting. So it takes you from being just wishful goals to achievable goals, right? So the SMART stands for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time bound. So you're going to translate your aspirations into actionable objectives. This provides you that roadmap for your business plan. So think of something in your goals, you want to write them down. You want them to be specific. So get not just, for example, I want a new car, I want a new house. Get specific about it. Write out exactly what all you want. My husband and I went out looking for cars. My car's almost 2 years old. And so I don't have to get a new one yet. And I probably won't for a while. But we looked at like, what do I want in a new car? Like, am I going to get the exact same thing? Am I going to get something different? I've got some different things in mind, but I'm looking at what exactly I want in it. What do I want in that car? What does it have to have for me? Right? So, in your goals, get specific. What exactly do you want in them? One of my goals is for us to build an in-ground pool. So I'm being very specific. We are talking about exactly how we're going to do it, what kind we want, what shape we want, what we want around it. We're getting very specific about it. And then measurable. How can you figure it out? Right? And attainable. Is that something that you can attain? Like, is your brain going to block you from it? Right? So if you say, for example, say you're making $50 a month right now, and you say you want to make $500 million a month, that's a great goal. But is your brain going to block you from that because it's so far, right? Because you can always readjust your goals. You can always change them. You can always make them better, right? So you attain different things and then you can make them better. I do a dream board each year. A lot of people do that, the vision boards, and I do it digitally and I put it on my desktop as my background. And each year I look forward to achieving different ones that are on that board. So I don't put things on there that are 20 years out, right? Or 5 years out, even. I put things that I want to achieve in the next year. And it still might be something that's a stretch. But it's something that my brain isn't going to block me from getting because it sees that it's too far out. And that's another thing you want to put down too, is relevant to whatever you're going for, but then also time bound. You want to have a time frame of when you want to achieve it. I want to start working on putting in our pool by the end of this year. So we've got some different goals that we want to get done before we are allowed to do that. And so I have to achieve those goals before I can start signing the contract on the pool, right? So make it time bound. I've told myself I want before the end of the year, I want to break ground on our pool, right? So put that down. So then number 3 is, know your market landscape. So conduct what we call a SWOT analysis. So that is strengths, weaknesses, your opportunities, and your threats. So think of those things, write that down, what you think they are for you. Then another thing you can do is write down what someone else that you look up to, but that knows you. What do they think your strengths, your weaknesses, your opportunities, your threats are? Be open to that coaching, right? Don't take it as criticism, but take it as open coaching to help you to get better, right? And so ask a few people, right? Not just one person, too. Ask a few people around you. But think of that, because those things are going to help you and help you to identify the areas for improvement in yourself. It's going to help you to leverage your strengths. It's going to help you to capitalize on different opportunities. And also, it could help you to mitigate some of those potential threats, right? So you want to look at all those different areas. And then the fourth one is to go from that vision to action. So you want to craft a compelling business plan. So you want to provide and get a clear structure for you for building your business plan. So if you're like on my team in direct sales, wherever you're at now and what's the next title you're wanting to achieve, or if you're in any other company, what's the next title you're wanting to achieve? And look at that. And then what do you have to do to get there? Look at that and then figure out a business plan to get there. How many people do you have to talk to each week? How many people do you have to sign up? How many people do you have to sign up to get there? How much in sales do you need to get there, right? So my next level for me is to get to VP is the title. So it's $100,000 in sales, right? And I'm at almost 50,000 right now. So I'm almost halfway there, but the month is is a little bit over halfway over, right? So look at your business plan of how you want to get there, right? So if I want to get 100,000 in sales, I need to have $25,000 in sales each week, right? And so now you could get really strong at the end of the month, and that's great too. So things can still happen different ways, but you want to have that business plan of what you need in order to get there. And then like for me, also, I have to have another managing director on my team somewhere. So someone that got to the same level I'm at, right? So think of what you need to get to that next level and create that plan and how to get there. And then lastly, think beyond the documents, but beyond the pieces of paper. Build your roadmap for success. And so it's like a living document. Think of it that way, because it can change all the time. It should always be reviewed and adapted as your business evolves. So that's, like I said before, like with your goal setting, always change your goals up, right? You should always review your roadmap for success. You should always review your business plan. You should look at different milestones and things that you achieve. You should celebrate them. A lot of times people achieve a certain goal and then they're boom, right on to the next thing. And I know I'm a lot that way, because I'm one of those people that I was raised that way. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's get it done. And so, but you have to also celebrate those milestones, celebrate those achievements. It doesn't mean that you sit back and take your foot off the gas and just rest forever either, right? You want to keep going, but you want to take the time to celebrate your achievements and still while pushing forward. And you want to track your progress so that way you can see where you also need help. And so you can track your progress of how many people you're talking to, how many people have said no, how many people have said yes, how many people have said maybe later or maybe, right? And then people you've signed up, and are they on auto ship? Are they buying each month? What are they doing? And are they on track for their next level? You want to keep track of so many different things and you want to be able to adjust them and adjust your course as needed depending on where you're at and what each goal that you're going for. And after you achieve them, then you want to reset those new goals and what are you going to go after next. And so those are some different things that can get you, like I said, from goal setting and creating that business plan. So 5 quick tips. So I hope those were helpful for you. And thanks so much for tuning in. I hope you have a wonderful night.